Y'all are here. I was just doing a little light reading before you came. Hi. Welcome to the Wow Monologue Slam, the second edition. Okay, we are in the fall edition of the Monologue Slam. Now, if you saw the summer edition, you know that it was off the chain. Like it was popping. We had amazing talent and we are so excited. Last night was bomb. Like I don't know if you watched it. I hope you were watching it. But if you didn't, oh, you didn't miss. Well, you missed something, but you can go ahead and catch it. But this tonight is going to be amazing. We have got some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful talent. So wait a minute. Hold on. I got ahead of myself. Let me hear something real quick. Let me hear a little tune. You know, I got to bring y'all in. Come on into the room. Click share. Click share and tell somebody to watch this live. Let me wait for my music to start because you know I got to jam first. Let me be cute while I wait. You know, just waiting a minute. Is it gonna start? Maybe. Oh, is it coming? I think it's coming. Is it coming? You know what? You have to make your day beautiful. You have the power to do that and turn around and be positive. Okay, we're done with the music. Okay, then. So again, welcome to the Wow Productions Monologue Slam. We have some amazing talent tonight. Hey, Sierra Boo. Hey, thank you, girl, my little bestie. Hey, girl. We have some amazing talent tonight, and we also have an amazing judge. Now, y'all remember her from the last Monologue Slam, okay? She goes by the name of Mama Bear. Yes, she is out of Aiken in Augusta. She is a casting director. She has been in the industry for over 20 years. She is also an actress. So if you go to Sisters and watch that Tyler Perry show, you're going to see her on there, okay? So we are going to bring her up because she has some amazing projects that she's casting for. Go to her website. But let's let her talk about it. Mama Bear, come on up.
You're so funny.
Hi.
Hello. So good to
Hey, Susan Willis. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. And I want to warn you, I've got a new setup.
Ooh, you look
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm looking at you here, but that's my camera, and I don't want to freak anybody out by
listen. You better have eyelines. I love it. I love it.
Always teaching. Always teaching.
Absolutely. Listen, last time you gave some of the most amazing advice. Like I still have it in my notebook today. So tell me, why are you back? Like, what made you say I'm going to come back and judge again?
Well, last time was so fun. I didn't know what to expect. And I will always tell people, I'm not a big fan of monologues. And y'all are making a believer out of me that I do like them. And there's a lot that can be learned watching actors do monologues. And I've been watching other casting directors and agents and other coaches coach other people. And so since the last monologue challenge, I've been brushing up on my feedback skills with an open call that I had on my website with original work. So I'm just really excited to, like Kima did last night, try to help actors grow in their craft and understand a little more of what they can do, whether they're doing film or television or theater, you know, just try to make a difference.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. Like, let me get me a monologue together. I'm gonna jump in there. But so tell us, why is it important to support the arts?
Oh my gosh. Well, what are we relying on right now during COVID? I mean, my husband is a trumpet player and we hate that he's missing rehearsal. I sing in my choir and I can't go to rehearsal. Right. And so we're Netflixing and we're Huluing and we're Rokuing and we're streaming and I'm to the point now where instead of the new stuff coming out, I'm going to my friends and I'm saying, all right, actors, what have you been in? What can I support? What can I watch? And now I'm running out of stuff to watch. And then there's theater and, you know,
right.
We need to support the arts because that's what makes us, it builds endurance in us and at every age, I think.
Absolutely. Come on, endurance. I love that. I just love your energy. You're so amazing. You are so amazing. I cannot wait to hear this feedback. Yes. Hi, Kima. Okay, awesome. So we are going to get started in just a minute. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Welcome back. Okay, guys, listen. We're about to get started, but I want to give you a little bit of the rules, okay? So we're going to bring each actor up. They're going to give their monologue. We're going to talk to them a little bit, make them feel comfortable. Then they're going to do their monologue. Then the judge is going to give them feedback, okay? And at the end of the night, you can participate. You can also give your own feedback because there is a People's Choice winner. The judge is going to pick their own 2 winners. Then there's one person that's going to win by People's Choice. That is by you voting on wowproduction.org website, okay? You go on there. You can also boost your vote, like 2 times your vote, by donating $1. Okay, so you can boost your vote by donating $1. So remember that, okay? So watch, and keep a really close eye on these monologues. Decide who you like the best, and then go on to wowproduction.org to vote for them. You can also donate there too. We'll talk about that later, but you can donate on wowproduction.org or Cash App $WowX. But we'll talk about that later, okay? So let's go ahead and get started because I do not want to keep y'all any longer, okay? So our first contestant is going to be Miss Aleasha Burgess. Bring her on up. Girl, you love your own woo. Okay, I love it. Okay, Miss Aleasha, how are you doing today?
Super fantastic.
I like that. Super fantastic. Awesome. So what brings you here today?
Okay, so I found you guys on Instagram where I usually enter like monologue contests through like Instagram. I always find them on there, and I saw you guys and I was like, oh yes. And I so appreciate it when people like you give us an opportunity to just play around because everything's closed. We can't really do anything. We can't go out and audition. We can't really go to class. We can't do anything.
Sure.
Appreciate the opportunity to play and have fun and to really like challenge myself because learning monologues is a part of acting. So it's something that you have to do. And that's how I found you guys. And that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Great. And then tell us one interesting thing about yourself.
I can whistle like a bird.
Okay, let's hear that whistle. Girl, that's talent. Hold on to that. That is talent. That girl got talent and skill. Put that on your special skills on the bottom of your resume, okay? Bird sounds. I love it. Okay. Awesome. Well, hopefully, good. That was so great. Hopefully your monologue tops that because that was amazing. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, Aleasha, you ready to go?
I'm so ready.
Okay. All right, Miss Aleasha Burgess, you have the floor.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing here. I mean, I know what I'm doing here, but I don't really know what I'm doing here. Like you ever feel like you're waiting for life to happen to you? Okay, okay, let's say you're at an intersection and you don't know which way to go, and there's this flowers to your right and a sunset to your left. I don't know, it's something, whatever. When all of a sudden, some guy pulls up to your left, and he's like, "Frick you frick! Why don't you just go? You frick! And you're like, "Who says frick anymore, sir?" And he's like, "Frick!" and fricks off to the right. That's life. That's life making a decision for me. I didn't have to do anything but wait to be pulled or pushed in the right direction. All what I'm saying is, what if I spend my whole life waiting and I never do anything? What if I've been waiting my whole life because I've never learned to make a clear choice and commit to it? So what am I doing here? Frick if I know. And see.
Okay. Frick if I know. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna come up and get your feedback. Have Mama Bear come up here. Great job.
Hey, Aleasha.
Hey.
Hey, what was the last thing you ate before you logged on tonight?
Yogurt.
Okay. I just decided to do that instead of how you doing. Everybody, I'm going to ask a different question.
That was clever.
Girl, that was interesting. And I had some, I don't know if it was technical issues, but it was like you sped up and then slowed down. But I think I got the gist of it. I got to see what I needed to see. I love your framing. Now, I'm a film casting director, and my primary is film. And are you film or theater?
Film.
Okay, good. Because I love your framing. Thank you for good framing. The only thing that I would caution you on is I noticed the first thing I wrote down was you had a prop. And if you're going to be working on your film presence, be aware of the prop. I get that it was something that you were doing, but if it was up front here, you don't want it to be distracting, right. and it messes with the depth of field and camera. So I'm not sure if you're able to take classes to just be aware of how you look on camera. Because what you see in real life on stage could be different than the way it looks on camera. So you want to be very aware of your surroundings. And I loved how you were to the left and to the right. And normally you're not going to this is a perfect example of my new setup here, is normally you're not going to deliver your scene to camera. Right. That's kind of freaky. I'm like looking in your soul, unless I'm talking to you, unless it's for commercials. Now, for commercials, you would address to camera because commercials are sold to camera. But I noticed in this monologue, you're not really, I don't know if you're talking to someone. You could play it as though you are talking to a friend at lunch and you're just contemplating life. And I know, we asked people to be a little modest on the swear words. So there was a lot of excessive swear words you needed to replace, which was fine. And I got the idea. And this is a really weird comment, though, but thank you for waiting to say scene until you let the moment fizzle out a little bit, because in film, we don't normally say scene. And I know the last monologue challenge, we wanted to know when people were done. So we said scene. I'm normally like, all of a sudden that just took me out of it. But you let me relish that moment at the end of your monologue before you said scene. And so I was like, oh. And then you said scene. I'm like, yeah, she is done. And I wasn't like, oh, okay, you're done. All right. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I do appreciate that. You did a lot of really good things and I really liked it. I mean, it was just babble. It was just a bunch of babbling, but it made sense and it did take me on a journey like, yeah, okay, what's this guy's problem next to me? I didn't do anything to provoke that, and your reaction to him and just kind of contemplating. There was just something about that I enjoyed that monologue. I'd love to see it again without you looking at the camera. And maybe in film, we have to cheat auditions a lot. And I'm really big on you got to pass the audition before you ever get on set. And so a lot of things we have to adjust for audition purposes. It's not exactly the way they would film it. And that would be the props, sticking your hand out to not go forward. I'm getting onto a lot of people pointing, keep it close to you, because I want to see everything here. And I did. I saw what was going on here, and I could see you thinking. I could see you just contemplating. I mean, was it just about life, the crossroads?
It was just about life.
It's just about life. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, in my face monologue. Right. It was like that, like what Jerry Seinfeld is, a show about nothing. It was a monologue about nothing, but it still kept me interested.
Yeah.
So there was a couple of words I kind of lost. I don't know if it was just because that minor glitch, it was just a few words that weren't as clear to me, but you just kept going. And that's like if somebody's speaking in another language, if they're doing enough hand motions and facial expressions, you get what they're saying, right?
Yeah, you get this.
Yeah, you get it. So I really enjoyed that. And I loved your bird whistle. That was, special skill. Totally. And something else I wrote on about this monologue was it just had a dry humor about it.
Yes.
I liked that. I'm reading a book now on auditioning, and it's just talking about actors lose themselves and forget about the humor, even in a serious situation. So you can always find that
Right.
humor. And yours was a dry humor. Just like, dude, nobody says that anymore. I mean, what? So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that monologue.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great job. Thank you so much, Mama Bear. Thank you. Great feedback, Aleasha. Great feedback. Okay. Great job on your monologue. Now, I need for you to tell the people what they need to do after this monologue slam's over.
After it's over, you need to follow Wow Productions on Facebook, and you'll be able to vote, or on their YouTube page at Wow.
Mhm. Right. Yes. And do you want them to vote for you?
Of course, I want you to vote for me. Vote for me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Aleasha. Great job. Listen, Aleasha set the standard. Okay. This is about to be an amazing night. All right. So we're going to move on directly to our next contestant, who is David Javon Anderson II. Okay. Hi, David.
Hello, what's going on, world? How y'all doing out there?
They good. They're good.
You say what?
Okay, David. They said they're good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So what brings you to the monologue slam today?
Say that again.
What brings you to the monologue slam today?
Oh, opportunity and experience. Like, I've been granted an opportunity to come display my talent in front of numerous of people, networking, and I also got opportunity to get this experience. Another thing to add to my resume and just continue putting my face out there. So thank y'all for that.
Absolutely. Okay. And tell me one interesting thing about yourself.
Say that again.
One interesting thing about yourself.
Oh, what interesting
Hey,
thing about
guys.
myself is me, I'm a man first, I'm a gentleman second, and I respect and value women.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm hearing some connection issues with David. I'm going to bring you down, David. I might need you to log out and come back in. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, Dana, talk for me.
Hello.
Okay, yep. Let me bring David back. Okay, David, talk for me.
Yes, ma'am. I'm back.
It might just be when I talk.
Okay, so we're going to try it, David.
Okay.
We're going to try it.
Sorry for the mix up, but yes, my unique things about me: man first, gentleman second, and I value and respect women.
I know that's right. You better value and respect women. I love it. Okay, so David, you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready to get
Okay.
this thing.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get you started. So, Mr. David Javon Anderson II.
Woo! Well, it's hot out here. I wonder what today is gonna bring. What's up, youngin? You look down. Come here, let me holler at you for a second. What's up, man? I seen you was getting picked at the other day by them kids. Whoa. Don't do that. Hold your head up. There you go. We don't hold our head down right here. Now, don't forget, you're human. So allow yourself to feel whatever emotion. But don't let nobody discourage you, okay? Nobody. Just look at him. I mean, he built like a Mack truck but can't run through a battle at a pep rally. He need to give up football. Let it go. Please. I'm sorry. That kid sucks. But creating your own path, yes, it is the harder choice. But your freedom and your destination at the end of it would be the most fulfilling. Oh, God. All they do is walk up and down the street debating. I'm willing to bet you that they can't defend why their socks are dirty just for being in the house. Riddle me that. Who they think they're going to be? Some lawyers? But listen, what I'm really trying to tell you is that, man, you need to get good with them jokes, man. You start hitting them back with them jokes, they'll ease up. Trust me. You want to know a secret? Come here. Lean in. You know who love jokes? Women. Yes, women. Women love to laugh. The headphones snort while they laugh. See, look at you. Got you smiling. There we go. It's contagious. Laughter is contagious, man. Listen, my brother. Go out there and be different. And enjoy the process, all right? It's hot out here. Whew. Look at him. Sing.
All right. Great job, David. Great job. Okay, we're going to have Mama Bear come on up.
Hello. Oh, I just got really close to my camera. So I'm having some audio issues hearing you, and I found myself like really trying to listen. For some reason, everybody else's volume is really loud, and then yours is really, really soft. So I see that she might have you on mute. So I guess that means you can't say anything. You can just nod your head. Oh, there you go. Oh, but that's where the feedback's coming from. I get it. So David or David Javon? Can I just call you David? Okay. Are you more film or theater?
Both.
I saw a lot of theater in that performance. And I've transitioned into film. And the one thing to be careful of is you did a lot of moving around, which told me that you were relying on your body language to sell the monologue. And I mean, you did some voice inflections here and there as well. But in film, especially for auditions, you've got to be very, very careful and limit your body. You see how real tight I'm framed. If I was doing all that movement around, I would have walked out of frame and you wouldn't have seen me. I would have covered my face. And for film, it's all about selling it from here, because that camera is going to be looking right at, your facial expressions. Save the big animations for the wide shots, when they do the wide shots, or for the theater. It was an interesting you had two different people you were talking to? Or was it just the main one?
No, I was talking to one person, but we was outside. That's why I had the fan to say it was hot. And then when I go off and discourage and talk bad about the other people, it's people that I see on the outskirts outside walking past. While I'm talking to this one guy giving him a motivational speech.
Okay, I can tell you're trained. You're trained, and you knew what you were doing, and you knew your environment, and you brought me into this. And I knew you were outside. I could tell while you were doing it was hot. Just like I mentioned to Aleasha, be careful of props, because those can distract from your performance. I mean, you could have just been like, oh, it's hot, do your collar or something like that. And try to sell yourself without selling it with the extra use of props and a lot of excess body movement, because if for film, that's going to make a camera guy crazy, because you need to stay within that frame. Does that make sense? So, I mean, your backdrop is nice and solid for the most part. And other than the volume being low, I loved when you're doing on film, you also be careful of your the depth of field that you're working with. I noticed at one point you got really close, and if this was all film, you would probably have to modify it and just do just a little bit of this like here. So it was an interesting choice of monologue. Unfortunately, I just couldn't hear a lot of the dialogue because the volume was really, really low. I heard it through your movement and your story, and I could tell you were trying to encourage a kid, a younger person, to be responsible and grown up. And I think that's what I was gathering from that, and then you were acknowledging someone else. And I liked that. I like that you're acknowledging your surroundings, because that's really important, because in a sterile environment like this, it's hard for me to make you believe that I'm out at a park, enjoying the sunshine, fanning myself. And so with your words and your facial expressions and all of those aspects to bring it in, I've been a big stickler on auditions and self-tapes. And if you can sell me with this without having to deal with all of your motion, plus because of, I don't know if it's the internet speed, every time you move, you were jumping and it was skipping around. And so it was harder for the camera to focus on you because you were moving around. So, but that's my 2 cents. I hope it's helpful. I enjoy your energy and I am so thrilled to meet you.
Awesome. Great feedback. Thank you so much, Mama Bear. Thank you. All right, David. You got some great feedback. Okay. So now tell the people what they need to do for you at the end of the lesson.
Hey, I just want to apologize for the sound on my end. I want to thank y'all for the opportunity and the experience. And at the end of this video, first take a second, take a breath. Enjoy all the talent. So take it in that you've seen tonight. And then after you finish taking it all in, vote for me. Yeah, vote for me,
Awesome. Great job. Thank you so much, David. Thank you. Awesome job. What did I tell you guys? Listen, this is going to be an amazing night. This is only 2 people. We still got more left, okay? But we're going to take a brief commercial break. So I want you to watch this. Watch this. Listen.
Wach has done an amazing job at bringing good quality Black theater here to Columbia. To South Carolina, period. And so that should just show us how much they care. They don't just care that, hey, we're just going to put on a play, people are going to come. They put on a play and they make sure that they give us exactly what we need so that we can keep coming back for more. If that doesn't describe how thoughtful of people they are, I really don't know what else. They're not just trying to make money. They're trying to give you what you need, a good show. Trying to give you great acting classes and seminars and things to help you better yourself and better your acting craft and your career. And it's just amazing to me. I don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't for Wach. And I'm very grateful to them for taking a chance on somebody like me.
Now listen, that was the amazing actress extraordinaire, Sierra Folder. And she just told you why she loves WOW and why the arts are important to her. And I know their arts are important to you too, okay? So you see on the bottom here, check on that out right here, Cash App at WOW, $WowX.com. No, wait, $WowX. And then, or you can go to wowproductions.org to donate as well. Okay, listen, I'm forgetting y'all. I'm trying to read and talk. But yes, of course, go again, Cash App, $WowX, or go to wowproduction.org to donate, okay? Because WOW needs a home. And of course, we got this pandemic going on and we're not able to get a building right now, but as soon as it is over, we will be opening a performing arts center where we have classes, we're going to have small productions, we're going to do it all, okay? And we want to bring it right here to the Midlands, so we need your help, okay? You can participate too. You can participate with those dollars, okay? So go to, again, wowproduction.org to donate, or you can just hit that Cash App, $WowX, and just donate. Any amount is needed, okay? Thank you so much, Sierra girl. All right. Now we're going to keep it rolling and move on to the next contestant, who is, I'm not even going, Jessica Roberts, okay? Because I'm about to be biased and I'm not going to do that. So Jessica Roberts, honey, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I am well. Okay, so tell me, what brings you to this monologue slam tonight?
Well, what brings me here is really, I try to get out of my shell a lot. And I used to have a really just pessimistic attitude about my acting career and about my talent. And so doing things like this really helps me, one, get great feedback from, industry professionals so I can grow my craft, but also to help me become a better. So I really just try to do things like this a lot to make sure that I'm still growing and still learning. And so that's really why I'm here.
Absolutely. Okay, great, great. And y'all, just a little known fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just say it anyway. She was one of my wild babies, one of my students, but she was so young and I feel so old because now she done graduated college. Okay, anyway. Okay. So tell me, Queen Shannon, hi, daughter. She says, good luck, yo, mommy.
She is so cute.
Right. So tell me one interesting thing about yourself.
I almost drowned in the Grand Canyon when I was 13. We went on a field trip. Mom brought the wrong shoes and this and it the water. So I had to the day I figured out how to swim. Basically, that's my how to swim story because I was sinking at that trip. But yeah, fun fact about me.
Okay, do you know how to swim today?
Yeah.
Good.
No more oases where I can't see the bottom. No more.
Good. Right. Don't do that. We're not swimming in the ocean anymore. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, well, are you ready, Jessica Roberts?
I'm so ready.
Okay, all right. Well, Miss Jessica Roberts, you have the floor.
Don't open up that little box. One more correct. Don't ask me to marry you. Oh, shit. Don't say another word. Just listen. I can't let you do this to me. I mean, before I met you, I was such a jerk. I mean, seriously. Everybody in my workplace thought I was a huge jerk. Those people I introduced to you as my friends, they're not my friends. They're scared of me. But since being with you, I've begun to feel all warm inside. I have these thoughts, these urges to donate to soup kitchens and help out in charities and hug people. Don't you see? Don't you see you're making me nice? So please, I'm asking you. No, I'm begging you. Look, I'm getting down on my knees. Will you please not marry me? Thank you.
Good job. We're going to bring Mama Bear up for your feedback.
Please don't marry me. Okay, can you tell me what the first 3 words of your monologue were? Because my screen froze as soon as you went like this. And all I heard was, shh.
I'm sorry, your screen froze a little bit. What was the question?
What was the first 3 words of your monologue?
Oh, don't do it.
Okay, because I heard, shh. And then you froze.
Oh, wow.
I just knew, I wasn't sure what you were looking at. If you were looking at something, this reminds me of something. Kima, I'm stealing your notes from last night, but I was noticing a couple of the same things. Is take your moment to get in your character. Take that moment. Always take that moment. We'll wait for you to bring us into your world. Give us a few seconds. It's normally odd for film. We don't watch people get into character, the old theater where you put your head down and then you come up and you're in character all of a sudden. She says, I could steal them. And I'm really big on that moment before in film. It's where was your character literally that moment before whatever is about to happen has happened. Did your man get down on his knee? Did you see him pull something out of his pocket? What's going on in your mind? Literally, were you just walking along and you went, ah, there was a moment, like a microscopic moment before that moment. And I feel like you have a lot of theater background.
I do.
Okay. I could see a lot of choreographed, rehearsed movements, almost like I'm going to say a line and now I'm going to act it out for you because the audience might not get it and they're on the back row, but I'm film, so I apologize if you're all theater, but if you transition into the film world, it's sometimes we don't need to always see the physicality of what you're saying, because you can be, tell us with your face. You did a lot of really cool, fun facial expressions, and this was definitely a comedy, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you're terrified. And it was so funny because listening to you say that you wanted to do this to get out of your shell and all of that, it's weird that you picked a monologue that matched the personality that you described about yourself of, I don't want to get out in the world. I don't want to interact with people. And hugging makes you sick. It makes you want to throw up. And before, when you said all of those little things, I would have loved for you to just pause, take a breath. I know you were under a time limit, but take a breath, and you're like, oh, and you're going to make me hug people, give me a moment instead of just, oh, you're going to make me, all of a sudden I'm sick, And so for each example that you gave, I would have liked just a moment, and don't go into it so fast. Let me enjoy that moment of hearing you describe it and see the look on your face as you're just, oh, mortified. Oh my gosh. You mean you're going to make me hug people? What? And it doesn't need to be as big. And theater people, I love theater people, but everything is big and you have to tone it down for film, and you very nicely did the get down on my knees. And that was just so fun to watch. You get on your knee and I'm thinking, oh no, she's going to go out of frame and I'm going to miss her. But so those, slow it down, take the breaths, allow the audience, allow the viewer to enjoy what you're saying without going through it so fast. Unless it was something maybe that's written so fast that I wasn't meant to understand it, that you're rambling, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I get that you've got this guy looking, he's about to propose and you're going to try to talk him out of it. You don't want to be nice. Have you ever been in a bad mood and your friends are trying to get you out of a bad mood and you're like, no, I'm going to stay in this bad mood all day long and you can't change my mind. That was a fun monologue.
Yes.
That was fun. And I can tell you're trained and you're somewhat refrained. And I would just challenge you to practice refraining a little bit more. The facial expressions were great, but you can also tone them down just a little bit. To let us, when people are surprised, we don't have to go, oh my gosh, you can almost see, let me see what's going on, behind the eyes, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just pausing,
Definitely makes sense.
enjoying the moment, savor the moment, let the audience savor the moment before you go on to the next step. Some actors speak so slowly, we warn them of all the white space. We don't want the white space because we're finishing your sentence for you. And in this case, it was almost a little hair fast.
Okay.
Because I was trying to absorb everything and I was like, oh, and then like once or twice you froze and it was always on, shh. You're like, shoot. So, but overall, man, I loved it.
Thank
If
you.
there was music, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, the music didn't play.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Thank you.
Jessica, now tell the people. Oh, that was really fun. Good job, Queen, Tori says.
Thank you.
Now tell the people what they need to do for you at the end of this monologue slam.
Please, guys, if you enjoy anything about anything, please vote for Jessica Roberts. I need the ego boost. I need the love. Thank you so much. Please just write Jessica Roberts down in the comments. And I really appreciate all the feedback that Susan gave. I'm really ingesting it. And thank you guys for this opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jessica. Great job. Awesome. So listen, I told you guys, and it's getting better and better and better and better. So our next contestant is Chantel Tavares. Come on up, Chantel.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Now, Chantel, tell me, why are you here? What brings you here today?
So one of my good friends who's a part of my acting group, she loves seeing it during the summer. And she's like, okay, all you guys, yes, all of you, you need to sign up. Like now.
Awesome. Great. And tell me one interesting thing about yourself.
as well as being a singer, I'm also a money coach, trying to coach other millennials that want to do creative stuff that, hey, you can have money and still do stuff that you love. Don't force yourself into a 9-to-5 job. You can make the same money here. Fun.
Absolutely. Listen, if y'all want to make money, listen, look up Chantel, okay? Look her up because she's making you money and helping you, okay? Thank you. Awesome. All right, so we ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Chantel, you have the floor.
Technically, I was laid off, but it's temporary and sleep related. Like, I haven't got any. And no, you're going to get your money. I just need to move money from my savings account. I've been distracted. You know, all the noise, all the squeaking, all the... You think I'm crazy? Oh, you think I'm seeing things? No. Check this out. Over there, that's Sherman Kleeman. She's the owner. And here comes Nick. He owns the fruit stand next door. She's going to offer him a slice of coconut cream pie. He's going to refuse at first, then takes it. Oh, and here comes Hector. He's in apartment 51. Single dad, 2 daughters. His wife died a year ago, but he still buys lunch as if she's still here. Oh, and here comes Mitzi. You see that? She loves stealing creamers for her cats. What can I say? I'm compulsively observant. Most people, they don't even see the little things. Me? I have it right here. Like when your favorite couch just moved, let's see, 8 inches? I didn't make that stuff up. And I definitely ain't making up the rest either. Thank you.
Great job. That was cute. That was cute. We're going to get Mama Bear on up here. You look and sound amazing.
Oh my God. Hey, Chantel. You are so cute. Okay. I actually wrote a lot of things down because I've been writing for everybody. But remember, don't be looking into the camera when you're delivering. Have your person just to the left or just to the right. You did look away to point out the coworkers in the scene in the office, so that was fine. And then of course your camera, now you're looking straight up, but when you were performing, it looked like you were looking down into the camera. So you always want to shoot for having your recording device as eye level as possible. Yeah, as eye level as possible with as little headspace as possible, because I don't care about the wall behind you. I want to see you. So just be careful of that. So what was really funny was in this particular one. So you're a coworker. You're talking to a coworker, or the audience is your coworker.
Actually, I'm talking to some PI detectives who think I might be going a bit insane since I hired them.
Okay. So you're explaining to them basically behavioral habits of other people that you work with. And you kind of went through a laundry list of 3 or 4 different people, I think. Okay. What I would have loved is when you're explaining each one, make them a little bit different. It sounded like it was very memorized. You're like, oh, that's so-and-so, and they love to do da-da-da-da-da for their cat. And that's so-and-so. He's a dad of 2 people, and it was just kind of, nah. I'm just stating facts, where it would have been kind of cool and funny, more funny, if you would almost put a little bit of judgmentalness in your voice. Like, oh, well, that's so-and-so, and they're a dad. They have 2 kids. Like, maybe you don't like those kids, or that person has a cat. Maybe you hate cats, and add a little bit of judgmentalness in your voice and that will add another layer to what you're delivering to the PI in your monologue. And each layer kind of takes me in a different world of like, oh, there's that person. And even if you were to say it fast, if you add a different tonality to your voice, or you like I said, add a little bit of judging them, a little bit of attitude, like maybe pick 1 or 2 that you like, and you talk about them very fondly. Oh, there's Michael, he's a dad of 2, he's doing the best he can. I can't remember all of it because I was trying to write it down, but I wanted to pay attention to you. I just remember something about cats and something about the dad. And I was like, okay, so because I noticed like by the second or third one that the delivery of what about them you were telling your person, it was very, very much the same cadence. And instead of almost gossipy, you could have come on a little bit gossipy, or maybe even scared. There's different ways you could play it. You're scared to give all this information, but you just can't help it because that's just, they're scared you and you're up there. That's him. And he's got 2 cats and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And on the shrug, we don't need this big old shrug. It was a little bit of a delayed reaction. You could have been like, I don't know, just a real subtle, I don't know. Because you can really do that with your face, but it was almost, I took it as I don't know, it was a little bit delayed. Oh, that was the way I did it. It's okay. I'm exaggerating. I really like this monologue though. And that's why I'm being really picky. I'm picky with everybody because I've been like critiquing all during COVID because everybody's been taking class. So don't anybody cop out. There's tons of classes, Zoom classes, all kinds of classes. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. And so those are my notes to just take it up a notch.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome, Chantel. Now tell the people what they need to do.
Well, first, enjoy the rest of the show, and then go on Facebook or go on YouTube, and then type or click my name, because I could really use the votes, please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Great job. Great job. Awesome. Guys, we still have a couple. Hold on. We still have a couple more monologues, but we want to show you a little something that Wow has been doing. Okay, what we're up to and what you can partake in at any moment. We're going to show you.
No, pause. Henry, you actually have a point.
There you go.
What I'm trying to say is, unless you know a person.
That's right.
I mean, like, know a person.
There you go.
I mean, like, know a person, and you're thinking about getting married, I suggest you think twice, and then think twice again, because what you thought you knew ain't even what you thought. What? What do you mean, what?
Wait, I'm a little confused. Wait, Pop, listen. Is that what happened when you get married?
No, sir.
That boy mine is gone.
Oh, my mind is here, Junior. But y'all know I'm not a violent person. By any means, right. I'm not a violent person.
That's right.
Listen, Pops, you always taught us not to put our hands on people, right?
Yeah,
not hands on women, right? I'm not violent, but sometimes.
Is he breaking down?
Sometimes I just want to shake him.
Hey,
I just want to shake him.
Get that boy some. Hey.
Available now to stream, download, and purchase. Visit wowproduction.org.
And that was Confessions of a Good Man. And it is a really, really great show, guys. And I'm not just saying this because I was in it. It's a really, really great show. So go download it, okay? You can get the DVD. And if you still got a DVD player, you can get the DVD. Or you can just download it and stream it. You got every way you can watch, okay? So again, guys, we're going to continue. But after this live, don't try to go before. After this live, you can go to wowproduction.org to vote for your favorite contestant, okay? You get one vote. However, if you want to boost your vote, you can boost your vote. Every dollar is an extra vote. Okay, so if you want to just, vote $1,000 for somebody, and hey, we're not gonna not take it. Okay, so go to wildproduction.org, vote for your favorite contestant. Make sure you put their name in there, and you can boost your vote. Okay, all right. So the next contestant we have. That was a great show. I saw it live. Thank you, Tawana. Yes. Listen, guys, this show was great. Okay, it's good. But we're gonna move on to our next contestant, and that is Nisheedah Golden. Come on up, Nisheedah. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. It's good to be with you guys tonight.
Good. Thank you for being here. Now tell us what brings you here to this Monologue Slam.
Well, actually, a few years ago, I found out about you guys, and I liked you guys, your Facebook page immediately, especially since I did some research and found that you were Black-owned. So I was like,
Sure.
oh, I definitely got to go and support. Actually, where I live, I work for a Black-owned arts company where we do theater, cooking classes, dancing, all of that. So I was like, definitely gotta support. So, and then when I checked in with you guys in July and saw that you were doing this monologue slam, and I was like, oh man, that's a really good idea. That's a great way for exposure and to sharpen your craft as actors. So I was like, okay, I'm going to submit and see if I can get in for this round of competition.
Absolutely. Great. And now tell me one interesting thing about yourself.
Actually, I sing opera professionally.
Oh, okay. You want to give us like a little piece of little note? Okay, great. Thank you. Awesome. So you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, Miss Nisheedah Golden, you have the floor.
Thank you. There is no saving you, is there? I mean, how can I possibly explain this to you? Let me try this. You are an evil jerk who pollutes my mind and takes advantage of all my natural kindness. I mean, where did I find you? In what cave did you come out from before they shaved you and bathed you and put you in nice clothes? And you're huffing and you're puffing, Gregory. It is long overrated. I mean, you expected me to love you and to be with you forever and ever. You even expected me to bear your children. This is not a fairy tale, Gregory. And it ain't no Beauty and the Beast either, big boy. Get your act together. Learn some class and some manners and act like a real man. Thank you.
Okay, tell Gregory something, okay? Let Gregory know.
Hi, Nisheedah.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
What's the last thing you ate before you did this?
Actually some chips and dip.
You're my girl. Awesome. Oh, I love that you're an opera singer. I used to sing barbershop quartet music.
I did that too. I did beauty shop in high school. I sure did.
Yeah. So I have a couple of notes for you. You're very theater, stage, right?
Yeah, only theater.
Only theater.
Nope.
Okay, so I've been picking on everybody because I'm a film person, but theater people make good film people. So because I can tell that you're playing your voice to project a lot. And that's a big theater quality. And so for film, we don't necessarily have to project. I have a bad habit when I do auditions is I start talking really soft, really quiet, because I'm just assuming my microphone's going to pick it up. And then I had a casting director while I was in an audition go, why are you so quiet? Like, well, because when you have a microphone here stuck to you, like I did when I was on the Tyler Perry set, I had a microphone stuck here and I had a microphone above, and he was actually saying, not too loud, nurse. I was playing a nurse, and he's like, not too, because they can hear you, so they can hear those deep breaths, and we have to be aware of hard vowels like p and t and s, which you probably know how to control those when you're singing. So one of my tips for this monologue was you're yelling at somebody, but there was almost a cadence as to I could almost predict when you were getting to the end of a sentence. And some people do that naturally. And sometimes you can tell when they've memorized something, and it's almost like you're forecasting that the end of that thought is coming. Now that's a lot to chew on. So just bear with me. Okay. You might hear it or you'll start hearing it in other people. But part of me, you ever had mama that was so angry with you that she didn't even have to get loud and you knew she was mad?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not your mom, but maybe somebody else's mom. I would have loved to watch the beginning of this start softer to give you somewhere to go. and give you those moments, to add some dimension by changing the tone of your voice, because something can be really intimidating and you don't have to say it loud because you can say it with your face. You don't even need to say it with your body. You don't need to say it with your head. You could just say it with your face. And you want to go, you even expected me to be the mother of your children? There was that one line where I wanted a little bit of humor there. Like, I cannot believe you even expected me to bear your children. Really? I mean, are you insane? And give it a little dimension. So start off smaller. That way, the parts where you're really yelling at him, it goes somewhere and it gets my attention. Is if you're always yelling, don't we just tune people out when they're always yelling? You're like, you're just yelling and I don't even hear what you're saying. Because you're just so loud, I don't care. But if you get soft, then I have to go, what did she say? What did she say? Wait, what was that? Oh, that was scary. So I would just try to start soft and add those little bit of dimension, almost musical. Get your pianissimos here and then leave places for your fortes over here. And then it makes more sense. And then the sforzando can come, at the big climax of it and then go back down and end it soft. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm trying to speak musical to the musical people.
Good stuff. Thank you. Awesome. All right, Nisheedah. Great job. Oh, excellent delivery. Okay, excellent delivery. Now, tell the people what they need to do for you.
Please, I would really appreciate it if you would go and vote for me, Nisheedah Golden. Remember that name, Nisheedah Golden. I would really appreciate it. Vote, 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 vote. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nisheedah. Great job. Great job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so last but certainly not least at all, we have Shallion Dixon. Come on up.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm all right. Doing
Great.
well.
Okay, awesome. So tell me, what brings you to the Monologue Slam today?
I was actually looking up monologue slams in New York City, and then I went on Google, and actually this one came up. So I was like, hey, just do whatever, do as much as I can.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. And then tell me one interesting thing about yourself.
I'm a black belt in martial arts.
Oh,
and karate, more specifically. Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
great. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Shallion, you have the floor.
Why is it that everything I touch turns to crap? I learn how to drive. I run over my baby brother. At the high school prom, my date falls off the hotel roof. And it's not just little things. It's everything in general. Sometimes I think I was put on earth just to give God a good laugh. Well, the joke's over and I don't get it. There's really not that much I want out of life. Here's a list I made out not too long ago before I was aware of my true needs. Number 1 on the list, a man. I'm not too sure about that anymore. They seem to be a very confused breed, always having to try to prove themselves. Stop it and grow up. Either a man is a man or he isn't. If he is, he is. If he isn't, he isn't. So what's the big mystery? Number 2 on my list, kids. I must have been drunk when I made this list. To be very honest, kids today, no, I don't think so. If you don't know enough about who you are, why would you even give a shit about who they are? So, number 2 was in the trash can. Number 3, a career. Doing what? I hate computers and I despise people. Where do I go with skills like that? The DMV. Great. So I'll stand around all day and get varicose veins. No, thank you. Number 4, BMW convertible. So far, that's the only thing that still seems reasonable. The bottom line is some people are luckier than others. It's that simple. See.
Oh, good job. Good job. I know I want to BMW convertible too. Listen.
Hey, Shallion, like stallion, but
yeah,
Shallion.
like stallion, yeah.
Yes. I wished I could have seen you a little bit brighter. Anything, but I know you're doing your best with what you got, and I could see you and I could hear you, so that was good. And okay, a couple of my notes for this is this was a fun story, a journey of what's going on. And something that I've actually wanted to say to everybody, and I wrote it down and I keep forgetting, but this applies to pretty much all of them. And this, again, this is just my opinion, is a lot of these monologues, they're so thought out and they're so memorized that you forget that there's maybe somebody else in the room that you're talking to. And so it won't hurt to acknowledge. You weren't looking at the camera, so yay, good for you. Yay. You were looking at whoever you were talking to. But you were monopolizing the conversation, which monologues do that. And it would have been good, and this is everybody's notes, to look at that person. Look them. You don't just stare at a person. I mean, you might look at their clothes for a minute and judge what they're wearing. Or if you're going to reference something, about like having children, look at your body, or you look at them and engage. You did the list. That was cool. And that was fun. But part of me wanted to see some of the monologue a little bit more conversational. Even though the other person isn't talking, you could react to maybe how they might be looking at you while you are monopolizing this conversation. They're trying to get a word in edgewise and you got to cut them off. So at the beginning, I kind of just wanted you to slow down. I felt like you were rushing it, and I wanted to know that you were thinking about what you were saying and not just, these were the lines on the page and I'm going to memorize this and I'm going to give it some inflecting, emotional, I'm going to make it sound interesting, but feel it interesting. And then as you were going over your list, I would have liked some laughter in there. I don't know which one was the more absurd. Was it the career or the children? And when you get to it, I loved there was some dry humor in it and just the tone of your voice. It was sarcastic and I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm eating this up, this sarcasm. But, a career, oh my, yeah, that's not going to happen, or the children, that's not going to happen. So, and just like several of the monologues tonight kind of listed a couple of things. So if you add a little bit of dimension or something, change something with the delivery, think about it ahead of time and plan it out. And then it won't look planned, but which one is the most absurd? Which one is the most obvious? Which one is, well, I didn't even think about that. Okay. A car. Well, that's probably the only thing I've got going for me, or something, a BMW. So that, the just adding the humor. I'm fixated on this book that I'm reading that's talking about, don't forget the humor, even if it's written in there, you can laugh at yourself a little bit. And get that humor and get the spacing. It just went so fast. And I wanted to enjoy some of that beginning to hear you lead up to the list. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I was just like, slow down. I want to enjoy this moment. All the monologues were so strong tonight. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Susan. All right, Shallion, tell them what they need to do. Great job.
They need to vote for me at wowproductions.org.
Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome job. Loved it. Thank you. So again, guys, vote for whoever you love the best at wowproduction.org right after this live. But we got one more thing to show you.
Want to act? Give it a shot. No matter how young or wise you are, there's a class or workshop for you. Maybe you want to write a play or a film. Well, we can help you there as well. Check wowpack.org for more information and to register for our next class.
Yes, Wow Productions is doing acting classes. Okay, we're doing them virtually, and as soon as we can, we're going to do them in person as well. So, of course, all this feedback that Mama Bear has been giving us, we're going to bring her up because she's been giving us amazing feedback. And that's the kind of feedback you get in an acting class. Like, that's what they do, Isn't that right, Mama Bear?
Yes. Sorry, I just got a text.
Oh, wait.
You brought me up and I was like checking my text for a second. My family don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
These were some really good monologues. These were some really good choices. And Yeah. Hey, I do want to share something that I wrote down, and I wanted to. Okay, so I'm talking about this book. I learned it from my own acting coach, but it's called Audition, and it's by Michael Shurtleff, and it seems old, but it's for theater people or for film people. And Bob Fosse actually wrote the foreword to it. I mean, a lot of us in musical theater know Bob Fosse, and something stuck out to me today that it said, getting into acting. A lot of people confess that getting into acting is to become someone different, but it turns out you end up using yourself. You don't have time to be someone different, and you have to work with what's inside you, not becoming someone else, but being the you in a different situation.
That's good.
And context. And I mean, that's in the prologue. That's in the prologue. Right. And I was like, I had to go and write it down separately because it made so much sense. Is a lot of people can approach this material. Don't try to put on somebody else. Put on you in the situation of the person in your scenario, whether it be a dialogue or a monologue or a scene with more than one person. And I just, that was a sucker.
That's so good. Okay, Audition. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you. This has been amazing. Great work, everyone. Thank you, Lewis. Yes, great work, everyone. Veronica says ditto. It's been an amazing night. Mama Bear, you are so amazing. We appreciate you coming back and just imparting in us. We appreciate you so much. We thank you. And we're gonna see you next week as well.
Yeah.
Finale. Okay. So look, y'all, Mama Bear's gonna be back for the finale. So anybody that got chosen, get your stuff together, okay? Because she done gave you the feedback that you need to win this thing next week.
That's why I'm watching all of the nights. And I'm voting myself. You know, I might vote tonight, but last night I cast a vote as a viewer.
Ooh.
And tomorrow night I'm gonna be casting a vote as a viewer.
Okay then. So listen, Mama Bear is watching y'all. So get it together. Thank you so much. Mwah. We love you. All right, guys. So you have, again, until 11:59. Voting is open right now. So go to wowproduction.org to cast your vote. And again, you can boost your vote for $1. Okay, so you can give $20 million and do 20 million votes if you want to. Okay, but make sure you put the person's name on there. I mean, we'll take the money, but we would love to know who you put the money for. Okay, so again, go to wowproduction.org to vote. You can also donate there or donate at $WowX. Okay. So y'all have an amazing day. We are going to be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. 6, not 7:30, because we got some things to do. It's 8 o'clock. Y'all already know what we're doing at 8 o'clock. But 6 o'clock tomorrow, come right back here for the third round of Wow's Monologue Slam, second edition. Okay? Have a wonderful evening.